Hey, how's it going, guys? I don't know how long you got to go to not get a short video. I don't know. But I'm going to get you up to date really quick what's going on. Hybrid Racing has had my car for a few weeks. They are absolutely cracking out on it. Go to my Instagram. It's Hiscott Jim, HISCOTTJIM, at Instagram, whatever. And you'll see where Xavier and Carl from Raceworks have been doing all the wiring, and I've been at home busting out parts trying to get the rest of the parts that he needs for the vehicle because he needs them to finish the vehicle, and I need to come and install them. This is a roller. I showed you this roller before. That's to put carbon fiber down, and these are the tongue compressors, and I told you that I bought raw carbon fiber up there. There's some more. I still have some left to finish the panels I gotta make. And the mold release has really been working actually too good. This is the mold release. I'm going to show this to you one more time. Get you some if you're going to laminate anything. You sell a piece of glass, which is underneath there. That's a big piece of carbon that I laid up. Huge. I'll show it to you in a minute. And this is the dash delete that needs to be finished out. You see, can you see all the little dots on it? All I need to do is hit them with a hard block sand and buff them out, and they'll be all gone. But that will be the delete that goes behind the dash because I'm running the Fuel Tech. It's awful dark in here, but let's get this up here. Get this piece up here. That'll go behind right in there. There you go. This is how you make carbon pieces. Can you imagine having to buy these pieces? How much they would cost you? Can you imagine? And they're thick. I mean, they are thick and beefy, not flimsy cheese. They're not Chinese cloth. They're not Chinese polyester, vinyl ester boat resins. These are all FAA approved for aircraft use. They are the top quality that you can get anywhere in the United States. You cannot get better epoxy and carbon fiber than what I'm using, and that's what's going on in the car. No junk, no junk. And that delete will go back in there, and this insert will go back in the dash, and that is it. And this piece I covered up. I'm gonna hold that up there so you can see what I'm doing. This is my sun. If I got this out, yeah, this is my sunroof delete. This is a very large piece. The thickness came out just right. I used 4 layers of carbon fiber sheet with 1 layer of 8.9 ounce cloth just to give it the thickness that I needed. And then the piece of glass. See the piece of glass underneath? It's all dull because it's got mold release all over it. It's dull, but the mold release will not stick to your part. It will not stick to your part. It will only stick to the glass because that's what you apply it to and let it dry. And there's the big piece of carbon fiber cloth. That is a monster. It's big. It's 37 inches by 27 inches. And as it was curing, when it got, let me grab the middle. Let me get that back down here. Okay. Yeah, you're not going to hurt it either. So, get it lined up there. It's got a slight bow in it like my roof now because when it was curing, I put a piece of plastic bag on the back when it got dry enough, and I put a bunch of weight on it. I had an old cam on it. I had hold on, there's more down here. There it is. I had this old hub on it, put weight on it, and I had this whole can right here to set in the center of it. I had all that weight pushing it, so it would blow that glass, and I heard a little tink, just a little tiny bit, but I know I didn't break the glass. So, but yeah, and then I put pieces of wood. There it is. On the end centers, so it would, have to bow it. At least get a little bit of concord in it. After I trim it out and go to put it into these, the delete part of the car, it'll turn out and going real nice. Let me straighten this out. There we go. Okay. And I showed you this before on how I'm going to hold it into the top of the vehicle after I get done. You know, now I'll take this and this part, this nasty doll part here, well, it's not nasty. This will be pointing down towards me in the car. And on the other side where it's super smooth, that where it was up against the glass, we'll slightly scuff it and we'll clear it with UV urethane, so it will be ultra shiny. Ultra shiny. Let me see if I can get this out. I gotta set the phone down for a minute, put you in the dark. Give me one moment while I get this bag open because it's not easy. Okay, here we go. Alright. There it is right there. You can see how that is going to lay on the edge of the sunroof delete, and the carbon fiber will go right in that slot all the way around. After I trim it, we'll have a nice little seal go around the top of the car. And now when you look at my car, it'll have the VIS carbon fiber trunk with that really beautiful lip that comes on them, molded into the trunk lid. It'll have this Sibong hood that is absolutely gorgeous, and it will have this delete on top that will be, like I said, that will be cut out for the shape of the. Wish I could get further back. Yeah, it looks like a TV screen, doesn't it? That'll be cut out for the thickness is just right. It's gonna be just right. That'll be cut out for the sunroof delete. That rubber lip I showed you will be put around the edge, and then after I get that rubber piece around the edge to you know, around the edge and cut nice and neat, I'll put sandbags on the other side. This is the part that's on the interior with me. That's on the outside of the car, where it's be all glossed up. I'll put sandbags in the corner, make sure it's all flat, and then you go inside with this stuff with a gun. There it is right there, Loctite, that PL 3 times stronger. When this stuff cures, it is absolutely without a doubt, sorry, permanent. You got to break the you pretty much got to tear the paint off to get this stuff away from it. But the sunroof delete, I have no intentions on ever removing. The sunroof that I took out of the car is in prime condition. It works just by 2 wires in and out. It works perfect. If anybody needs a sunroof for a I guess it fits a EG and EJ, I don't know. But if you need a complete sunroof that is operational, you can have it, because I'm never going to put that 45-pound piece back in my car. That's just not going to happen. But yeah, this is we'll just let this sit here until Thursday. I know Thanksgiving is Thursday. I'm going to see if I'm going to see where poor Dave Cordell is on Thursday. Pretty sure he's going to be home with his family. But I had a pretty bad scare here about 3 weeks ago, fellas, ladies and gents and fellers. My lungs did fill up with water and I couldn't breathe. I woke up in the morning just gasping for air, and being as stubborn as I am, I waited 2 days to go to my appointment, and they worked on my lungs and gave me shots and prednisones, and no saline this time because I was already drowning, and I had a very difficult time. This is my car room. Yes, it looks like crap, and it's going to continue to look like crap until the car is done and I can paint this room and make repairs. So everybody's complaining about my home a lot. Get over it. It's a car right now. It's a car house and it's a dog kennel. That's the way it is. We'll step it up after the vehicle's done. I can't afford both, so I'm sure you understand. Unless you're rich, which I am not. Anyways, yeah. Okay, parts are getting done. So I got 2 more. I got a couple more to make. We got a jumper over here. Something just moved behind me. All right, this is my gloves. I think I made it through that whole deal with 2 gloves left. And these are my windows from Britain. I ordered them all the way from Britain from a really nice company. God, this company is nice. I'm going to go ahead and buy the back quarter windows and the rear windshield. I'm going to get the Y&S, and I'm going to order them hard carbonated too, so they don't scratch. Because I was going to make them myself, which is very cheap to do, and not that difficult to do. But you wipe them with just a cloth on Lexan, and the stuff is made like rubber. That's why it absorbs bullets so well, because it is kind of a rubber. And of course, you know, you can't polish rubber, so it doesn't work unless you get the hard carbonite. These are hard carbonated. These front windshields here were like 300, I think, for the door. They actually got the curve in them. They got the curve in them, so they crank up and down like regular windows, but they're a heck of a lot lighter. So this here, I got to get to Will Rapp to after I block it out for him, so he can just clear it. That's kind of a still. I may have to still fill that one right there, which is I'll just do it with epoxy until it's completely smooth. Block it out, and we can paint that. The other side of this, I thought I was going to have a ton of air. I really did, because that side right there on this side is the part that shows, and you can't see through carbon fiber when you're hand laminating it and you're rolling it out. You can only pretty much pick this whole thing up and I take a light and shine it underneath, and I look to see where I've missed the air. That's why I like using glass, and I try to put as much curve in it as I can to mold to the top of the ceiling, which it's going to anyways. But Garage Built, go to Garage Built Hondas on YouTube, and you'll see him using that rubber strip right there. And he used a Lexan delete to delete his roof in his. I don't know if he did it in a coupe or hatch. I think it's a hatch. Might even be a CRX, but that's who I got that idea from. And I even I messaged him and say, exactly where did you get that rubber lip that is going to go on the edge of this? And he gave me all the info. He sent me the link. I ordered it. It's perfect, and I can't wait to get this. I can't wait to get this cut out and get it on there. I'm just going to take this like this, flip it on top of the car so this side is down towards me, and I'll go around the inside and scribe all the way around, and then I'll cut it out as neatly as I can, which I cut this stuff out for 25 years. You know, this is what I did for a living. If I had a really big piece of glass that came out, you know, here to here and much wider, I could have vacuum bagged it, and that's when you just lay down resin cloth, you put a bag on it, you seal it around the edges, and you put a pump right in the middle that just sucks, and just sucks everything down, and you just walk away. But this took me like 3 hours of coming back and keep checking on it and seeing if any air, you know, tried to expand. I let it cure really slow, because I didn't usually I put a heater in the room to accelerate heating, but I didn't want to rush it, because if you got an air bubble and you heat it, what does it do? It expands. So I left it. It was pretty cool in this room, so I let it cure slow. Cost. No comparison really, because what you get on eBay is going to be all China and polyester, vinyl ester, boat resin with gel coat. So as soon as you bend this like this, you're going to hear it crack. You guys know. I know you guys out there. I know, and I listen to you. You've had those fiberglass front bumpers, and when you twist them, bend them, you hear them pack, crack. That's polyester, vinyl ester, gel coat resins. It's complete garbage. Don't buy that stuff. A lot of companies use it because it's dirt cheap. It's dirt cheap. And here's some right here. You find this stuff in your local oh, that's sticky. You find this stuff in your local automotive parts store. That's about as high quality as you're going to get on that vinyl ester, polyester, complete crap. But when you're building quality pieces that are going to be on the outside of your car that you don't want the sun bothering, and you want to UV protect with urethane, That's the only high quality way to go. That'll last the life of your car. Right there. Right there. And this is the kit that I bought. I got just enough to finish out what I need to finish out. I got my carbon fiber pieces up here. These are going to be used for the deletes on the EGs and EJs. That centered vent looks like a speaker, I guess. I guess it's just a vent. I don't even know. The center of the you know, the top of the dash, and then you got the airbag over to the right, which is super simple. I'll make a cover for that. I'll flip it over. I will JB 4 nuts on and put it on and bolt it down. It takes very little tension to hold that down. It ain't never gonna come off. Or I can epoxy them in, or whatever I want. Use epoxy. That'd be stronger even. And I'll just grind the bottom of the bolt. I'll sand this really good, and I'll put it on there, and I'll have a stud. Screw them right in place. But yeah, that's about it. That's what I've been doing. And Dave Cordell has really been I got a lot of materials. I got to get that AC pump. I got to get the AC pump before next summer into my wife's car. I got a new OEM evaporator and condenser, O-ring kit. Denso is the only way to go. I got to get all that stuff in her 8th gen SI. I got to get that done too. You know, I'm not gonna be around forever. I mean, I just had another scare, and God, I thought I was drowning. I could not breathe. I could not breathe. It was like being waterboarded with somebody with a rag over your face, and they're pouring water on your face. And I picked up another Honda. There's a title over there. It's sitting outside. I was going to make it my daily so I can get back and forth to my appointments. But yeah, this was. I put this underneath the glass. I put that underneath the glass when I laid up, so it wouldn't drip down all over this. Now, this is actually a really nice bed. I papered everything with my roll of paper, so I wouldn't get anything. I don't want to get anything on it. This is actually a redwood hope chest that my grandmother had probably for 80 years before I had it. I made sure all this was covered up. I didn't care about the floor because we're going to be taking that up anyways when my car is done. So the plan is to finish this car, get it all tuned, share it with all the people who donated. God, I'm telling you guys, hybrid racing, just give them a call, talk to Dave Cordell, say, you know, hey, pretty awesome what you're doing for Jim, and because he has invested way more than he ever should have, and which causes me guilt. It really does. And he told me in an email, he said, Jim, I asked for this. I said, yeah, I know you did, but it doesn't help me feeling I've always been independent. Oh, it's extremely. I raised my kids pretty much on my own. I mean, nobody ever took care of me. Nobody. So it's kind of hard to let go and let, you know, others help when you've been so independent your entire life, you know, and done everything yourself. And gosh, just turned out good. Can't wait to clear it. I got to get with my painter, Steve Rapp. When you see my videos that are up with the car being painted, that's Steve Rapp. I did all the body work, and I did a lot of sanding, and I think he just finished sanding it out, and I think he just finished I don't know how to pronounce that. Well, Rapp finished sanding the car out. Finished sanding the car out? He finished sanding the car out. That's correct. That's right. He finished sanding the car out, and he sprayed the paint. The base coat, clear coat, and it came out. When you see the pictures on my Instagram, Hiscott Jim, that's HISCOTTJIM. If you go there, you'll see the paint. Please go have a look, comment, share it with other people, because this is Dave Cordell's work. And Xavier, it's actually spelled XAIEVR, I think, or something like that. He's from Wireworks. But I was talking to my buddy Mo, who's Muslim, and he said his name is pronounced Xavier and Carl. And Xavier and Carl at Raceworks really look at the pictures, look at the wiring they did. They did probably $5,000 worth of wiring. I'm not joking. They just went ham on the car. They just went ridiculous. And thank you. Because that I would have, I bought them, I brought them just a lighting harness, which would have worked, but they wanted to make it beautiful and really set an example, for the car. And oh, and also, this is a trip on my social media, my Instagram. I really can't answer anybody back. I can only answer you back PM, because I use the horrible 3-word why, WHY in parentheses. When somebody did something or made a comment, I just said why, and they banned me straight up. Just no Silicon Valley warning, no nothing, just you're banned. So it's been about a week. So what I'm gonna do is I have a couple buddies who are programmers, and I'm going to make a website and to get all the way from the shadow banning, all the way from their I can't say the words here because I'll get banned from YouTube, but yeah, the First Amendment disorder that some countries are having around. We're going to escape that. We're going to go ahead and make a www dot and have our own video to where you can come to my site and speak and socialize. I got a programmer who is incredible, who just stepped up and said, I got you. I know what you need. So that'd be nice. You guys can come there and chit chat about anything you want. There ain't gonna be nothing taken down. No shadow banning. No nothing. Come talk. Come chat. Say what you want. Say what's on your mind. Good, bad. The pretty, the ugly, whatever you want. I'm going to take a shot at it. So maybe it's something that I can leave behind for you guys to enjoy. So 22 minutes of talking. Wow, looking at a piece of black carbon fiber. It turned out really nice on that side. So I want Garage Built Honda to see this. So I'm going to go ahead and post this video on the piece that I made. So share it with him because he's a cool dude. Garage Built Honda taught me everything I know about suspension. Pretty much on these cars, or how to work on them. Now they're they're simple, but I didn't know what tools to use, how to separate anything. I didn't know anything. He pretty much taught me everything. So I still have my favorite knife. I love this thing. I've had this thing forever. Every you should buy your 5-year-old. Everybody should have one of these. These are great. I love those stilettos. Can't help it. So I got some black paint, I got some undercoating that I'll never use. Okay. Alright, this is my new foam for the for my breather box that I bought. This breathes a lot better than the other foam that I got. It's also a little thicker. So hold it back. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna let you go. Waste a lot of time just talking. But yeah, take my advice. Get a hold of Xavier and Carl at Ryworks. Get a hold of Dave at Hybrid Racing. Located in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, because that man is incredible. Will Rapp is his painter. Charlie Moua for doing my valve cover. Jeff at CNCworks.com did my bottom end. 4P worked on my oil pump. I got cylinder head work done. And yeah, man, I got a lot of people backing me, and I'm glad that I do, because I could not have done this by myself. I thought I was a lot closer to being done than I was, but I'm also a lot more ill than I thought I was too. So, I mean, I don't look so hot. Here we go, look. I'm not good, guys, but this has been a dream that I've had for decades, and I'm going to finish it. So if I pass on the next day, so be it. The car is done. That was for my trunk lid, I do believe. It's all Japanese writing, so maybe not. Yes, it is. Yeah, it is. I don't know what it is. Okay. Anyways, I love you guys, and I appreciate the trip that you've been on with me. You've been on this with me for so long, for so very long, and I really appreciate you guys being there with me. It hasn't been easy. Wait until all this stuff here is trimmed up and actually in the car and done right and cleaned up. And I'll sand the black, and I'll probably urethane clear that too, and the front. The car, I made sure the car looks good, perfect, inside, outside. No matter what angle you look at it at, you're not going to see any flaws anywhere. You know, there's nothing covered up. There's not like a sheet of aluminum in the way covering a really bad spot. It's perfect in and out, left to left and right, top and bottom. It's absolutely perfect. And I want to apologize to Dave again for having to mess with those PTFE fuel lines that I bought for my car. Dave said he'll never do them again. They're a monster. They are a pain. If you've ever done PTFE lines, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm out here. Enough talking. I'm going to post this. Love you guys. Talk to you later.